transition.
When was this?
This was April, from April to just a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so, but you're not, you know that you're not shit. But guys, look, this is why people think, or like, what's this thing, right? We gotta stay out of this world of story. It kills off what you're sharing, right? So, I got that you're transformed.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, right? I want to know what transformed in the advanced course.
I'm getting. I was just trying to build it.
I got it.
Okay,
That's all story and authentic.
Fair enough. All right, fast forward.
Thank you. You want to start with the breakthrough. The breakthrough I had is, boom. How it used to be was this. What I saw that had me discover that for myself was when I was 8. I made up a story. It was whatever, right? And now I'm completely free. And my experience of life with my father is, okay?
Well, let me say this about the advanced course.
Yeah.
It knocks you on your ass. It really does. It is a struggle. It is a lot of work. And it takes a while before you finally get it. But when you get it, you get it. What I learned out of the advanced course is that I am standing for something. I'm standing for everybody around me. I'm standing for all of you. I am my word. And I shared some things that were really, that really shook my word. And I needed to get back into integrity with that. I'm a different person today.
Okay, hold on.
I look at the puzzle.
I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
You know why I'm going to stop you? Because I know you're committed to something, right? And where you're sharing from is not leaving them with anything, right? So guys, I'm training you very specifically today in a particular way, right? Because I'm committed that you're speaking. I know that you guys are sharing with people in your life and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? But it's very difficult. It is a challenge to try to describe your experience of the Landmark Farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like trying to describe anything that's experiential. It's like trying to describe a roller coaster ride. It's like trying to describe sex. It's like trying to describe what a Nutter Butter tastes like, right? You with me?
Yes.
I can't tell.
Yes, we're with you.
Okay, good. So I'm committed that you start to really train yourself on how to speak such that the person over there starts to get something for themselves, which is what his enrollment is, right? So you want to start with what was the actual breakthrough. I'm clear something happened, but I'm not getting what happened.
I realized that instead of looking at my life and me and what's going on with me, I have taken my eyes off of me and put them on you and put them on everybody else. And I realized that if I develop the possibilities, that I could develop a possibility to change the world and to change the people around me. And to change each of you by supporting you, by lifting people up, by taking your eyes off yourself and putting them on somebody else with the intent to lift people up as opposed to be against and put people down. I saw that.
Where was it like before?
Not quite that strong by any means. I mean, I would say it, but I didn't feel it.
What was it like before you did the forum?
Before I did the forum, I was pretty negative about a lot of things, and there were a lot of things that I was against.
So I invite you to look at it from here. This is going to immediately have them get everything for themselves. Do any of you have points of view about stuff? Raise your hand if you have a point of view about something. You should all have your hands up. Because you're human. You can't help but have points of view. In fact, it doesn't take any you to have a point of view. It's just your brain. Your brain automatically, you see something. There it takes zero thought to have a point of view called, oh, that kind of radio's an idiot. You didn't go, let me have a critical thought about this person and actually analyze what he just said. No, your brain just goes, he's an idiot, and you think it's you, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting at work and the person says what they say, and they say, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. I can't believe he's in here listening to him. I wish he'd hurry up and, who can relate? Raise your hand. Yeah. That is a just human experience of your automatic thoughts, right? Now, is that valid?
Yes.
Right. And so now, so the landmark form, you started to go, oh, okay, that's my brain. That's my automatic way of thinking, right? And then in the advanced course, you just went,
Turned around.
okay, now, Vicky, how's Vicky's life? How can I have Vicky have an extraordinary life? How can I have my brother have an extraordinary life? How can I make a difference for Sean? Right?
Yeah.
Or you see, you actually, but look, that you even start thinking that way is an interruption to your brain, right? You with me?
Yes.
So that is the possibility of the advanced course.
There are today three different times. All of a sudden, I saw where I could impact the lives of 3 people that I have known that I never even thought of before this weekend.
Now, see, that's an on-the-court example, right? Now I want to know who those 3 people are. I do. I want to know who those 3 people are, and what actions he took.
Oh, I haven't. I've actually invited one, and we're getting our schedules together to come here. Another one was a Facebook friend who I hadn't seen, whose mother just died, whose mother used to beat her. I realized, oh, there's an option there. And the third one had to do with a person who I met at the advanced course, whom I'm going to help with a project that she's working on. And I realized that the guy that I'm going to introduce her to that could help her can really utilize this.
Okay, good. So, you had a very specific occurring of life, particularly in your marriage and your wife, right?
That is correct.
Okay, good. Can you, again, I'm training and developing all of you, okay? Because look, we don't want to share the stuff that's really, how do I say this? That has you be uncomfortable, thank you. But that's the stuff people care about. You know? If I tell you I was able to with my dad because I made a story up and I treated him like he was, judgmental and criticized and judged me, how many of you have some experience like that of a parent? Yeah, right? So, I don't want to share that with you. That doesn't look good. To avoid my dad for 30 years. You think that's something my identity is interested in sharing?
No.
0, right? But I know that if I share that, it can make a difference with you. Right? So that's one of the reasons you hear me share things from my life, because I'm human and we're all human and we all have the same experiences of life.
Yes.
Right? So whatever, it doesn't even matter what the actual details are. I don't need to know the details. All I need to know is you related to your wife, to yourself, to your marriage a particular way, right?
Yes.
And then you did the advanced course, or you did the forum, or both, usually both, right?
Yeah.
If something happened in one and then something goes and happens in the other, that's just as big, right? And then now you relate to it differently, right?
That's correct.
You could share that with us real quick.
What about the last 7 weeks have been difficult.
Stay out here.
I know, but this is hard.
It's not hard. Stop saying that.
Okay, it's a
It's
story.
a story.
What? Let me just be open.
Thank you.
I
Stay out here.
put my wife, had to place my wife into an Alzheimer's care facility at the end of June, and I felt after that all of a sudden very open, very there are possibilities going on in my life, because now where I had focused so many years on my wife, I now didn't have that level of intense responsibility. And I realized that there was nobody there to take care of me, to put their eyes on me, and I felt very empty. But at the same time, I saw all the possibilities that were available to me, such as traveling and just things I could do that I couldn't have done before. And something happened right before the advanced course that with an old friend of mine that and a few bottles of wine or whatever, and all of a sudden I broke my vows. That was significant. I had to restore integrity with my daughter. I chose not to talk to my wife about it, whether or not she would have grasped all of it anyway, and restored integrity with my friend. So we are friends. And so I have made that decision going forward, and it was a very difficult thing for me to do. But I needed to do it because I am my word. I gave my word, and I broke my word. I had to restore that integrity. So that was pretty significant. Now I need a roommate. So if anybody knows of looking for a roommate, I'm putting the ad out right now.
So what happened to the advanced course? Now hold on before you go on. How many of you got connected to him when he acknowledged his unauthentic way of being? It's crazy, right? You'd never think. I was about to interrupt him again because I was getting bored with the story. And then he shared something authentic, and I'm like, I got it. I got what it is to be human, and to be dealing with what he's dealing for, and have compassion for him. And I got that that's what it is to be human. Right? You deal with what you deal with, you break your word, and then you honor who you are when you break your word.
That was actually one of the biggest things I got out of the advanced course, was the ability to restore my word and to honor my word as myself.
Good. And then that leaves you out.
Empowered,
Yeah.
with possibilities,
Yeah.
stronger,
Yeah. Proud. Alive.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who's in wrong? Thank you. Good job. Now, down on yourself sometimes, right? It's not just enough to go, oh my God, I had such a great advanced course. Woo! And that's nice for you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, good. Anybody else want to share about the advanced course? Let's have Mike share, and let's have Michelle share. We'll see how they do. If they take the coaching, we'll have time for you. If they don't, I'll be another 10, 15 minutes coaching them.
I won't be up here that long.
Got it?
I think so. All right, I'm Mike. Good evening.
It's nice to meet you.
I know. I just want you to know that I'm a back row guy. I'm all the way up to the third row.
I got that.
You got that. The forum didn't have a huge breakthrough, just kind of lived on everybody else. But in the advanced course, I had a breakthrough and we got into the subject of, I can't remember if it was acts or not, but basically what was going on for me is the way I would show up and react to things. And it started when I was young, what you were talking about, and with my stepfather, and what did I do wrong. And I started showing up in life that way, and it affected everything. So that was what I really got out of that. And that was early in the advanced course, and then for the rest of the weekend, things just started opening up. Opening up to the point where communication since the advanced course, I'm having communications with my wife that I haven't had in years at that level, that depth. So, an amazing difference what the forum was for me to the advanced course.
And so, the first part you said that you saw that you showed up a certain way. When you said you were talking about acts, and you got that you'd show up a certain way with people. What is that way that you showed up?
Well, if something didn't go just